How's it going, everyone? You alright? So obviously everyone's seen the video that I put up earlier talking about the Danny fight and not just the Danny fight. That was going out to other fighters as well that I've seen that lost, and I've seen people on the BKFC app on Instagram, Facebook, and people all over Facebook and stuff that were watching it, was slating other fighters off as well. So obviously that was going to all the fighters. But the one comment that keeps popping up on my video was about the situation with Danny walking out of the ring at the end of the fight. Now, I agree with most people. It wasn't a good thing to do. It wasn't a good thing to do. And I'm pretty sure when Danny looks back at that, he'll kick himself if he isn't already. But let me explain a few things. When you get beaten in a fight like that, the first thing that goes through your mind is walking off. It went through my mind. I wanted to get out of that situation. I wanted to get out of that situation so bad because it's an embarrassing situation to be in. Now I'm not going to make excuses for Danny. Obviously, it happened, only he can really put it out there and talk about why he did it and his reasons for doing it. But from what I saw, even though it is classed as a disrespectful thing to the opponent, I think he was more pissed off with the ref than anything else. It was, he'd been on the floor 3 times, and we all know Danny's got heart. We all know Danny would have carried on to his heart's content, and the referee does have a job to do. But I do think that stoppage was very, very premature, and the ref could have let that carry on. And Danny was up before the count, and I can see why Danny was frustrated the way he was. And like I said, in that situation, it is a very... I'll go off of my fight, when I had my fight and when I got beat and I got knocked out. It is fucking embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. And that's when it's important to have your team around you and your family around you. Because when I come out, I remember when I was in the ring, I remember not looking at anyone in the crowd. I just head down, just stormed off backstage, sat down, stared at the floor. People was talking to me. I wasn't talking back to them. And I said to my missus, I said, right, pack up my stuff. I said, we're going. I said, we're going to go straight to the car and we're going to drive home. I'm not even going to go back to the hotel. I'm just going to drive straight home. And she talked me out of it. She talked me out of it, and my trainer talked me out of it. He said, no. He said, get yourself dressed. He said, go out and see everyone. And try and forget about it. And I'm so glad I did, because it did put me in a better place. Now, if I'd have stormed off and gone home like I was planning to, and trust me, I was planning to, I probably would have been a whole lot worse in the coming days for it. So I do get it, and only a fighter who goes through that experience of being knocked out in front of thousands of people and hundreds of thousands of people watching it online can only tell you how it feels. And trust me, it is the worst feeling ever. But in saying that, obviously, the right thing to do is obviously to stay in the ring and congratulate your opponent and stuff like that. And yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? But I'm sure when Danny comes back on here and talks about it, I'm sure he will bring it up, and he'll probably give his thoughts on it all and whatnot. And if I know, and if the man that I know, and I do know Danny personally, a lot more personally than a lot of people on YouTube do, I wouldn't be surprised if Danny was backstage apologising to the opponent anyway. So, but of course no one will see that, will they? Because it's just one of those things that has to happen in private, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, I hope you're all good, and I will speak to you all very soon.